Okay, today is the same day as this day's video. We are at this Wednesday, 13th, 2019 at this March month. And 1404, I got where my Android and is the local hour in the Buenos Aires. I'm in Flores Place. I've just had a lunch. I'm sorry. Fast food, junk food, delicious and fat, but good. All right, just a little bit here to having one moment. You wanted I to making one video, one more video. I'm sorry for everything that's what happening. I don't know. This is exactly the best we embrace, as we capture the day, as we fight for, as we sustain, as we keep, as we continue, as we make the right step, as we try every time and every day. So this has abnormal understood is not allowed what they do, and neither permitted they to do what they do to nobody. To nobody. And we are persons. And JHA'I is JHA'I, and we have rights for living, but not the sickness like them. At the reference of the potential and the purpose of them, and understanding that doesn't have way to survive. Nobody in front of what they presumes that has rights to doing to everybody and also to me, and from what that's to me to everybody, understanding what they do, which are implacably unsustainable, which as sickness as masonry we understand they are not going to make not any other more than they to try to convince us that they are the ones with self-domain in out, so they can show that they do and be whatever they want and however they want it when they once they want. But what they want is exactly what they do to us, and it's exactly what we said no. And we don't have no reason to tolerate for, neither suffer less. Then, real fact for all, and real understanding as much in the senses of this soul is exactly what they want is exactly what they do to us. More than they to effort in now to convince us that even they can be civilized and making the right step are going to be exactly the sickness that we know and we understand is exactly every day. And they are not going to stop until succeed if they would can what they has on purpose. And we are not meat for sickness like them, and neither meat to be considered light. So the simplicity of all is we know what we do, and we're responsible for justice and are high with us, and we know what it's like. Shut up. All right. Best through one singular point and one singular moment, and just working it out and making the right step and trying to establishing best for all as we do. And one instant between these days and one instant as much today as well. These two, though any class of situations, which not nice and not easy, at most we are making something with as best ever sensed, which we persons, which upright judgment, which right conscience, which right responsibilities, which right as who we are, making what deservedly is a normal common sense of order, justice, and reality of what morals means about, especially counted with the real health, with the real accent of this is exact normal to we to be, and not that they presumes that they can impose toward what we have suffered, because of they will say what to be. Now, I'm clear on the way. We should really, sorry, not advertisement, and just having a moment. A testimony if you want. Okay. Reality for the fact, and as much these situations and what we are through, is known for discuss the reference of what it is a normal character of what it introducibly is we have to establish. And establish on what we know. The term sense we permanently use is exactly one recall over senses. As much we name we are, where we are, who we are, what we do, what the understanding, what the normal. The real morals is not exactly a sickness sociopath in power saying that the domain decides what happens to whom and how, and who will be whom and what will have if the possibility to exist that they will choose. From anybody above, they says. At the reference of what this is, they will be their respect for, and nobody deterred to offend or telling whatever to not be allowed or permitted to mess on, because of they will be the ones in power and they will establish the orders for what it will be the right elemental to do, and about whom and about what and when and how and where. So naturally the reality of this class of parasites and dangerous class is exactly must be ripped out so the person parasited can leave. The way we said, the disease is around. The person with a disease suffers and is destroyed. You rip out the disease and the person lives. Health and it's okay. So, we're not going to be upset that way neither. Naturally, we are just fine and understanding what we do and who we are. So, a point for this is exactly clear on what senses morals. First of all, health. A health of a state, a health of an institution, a health of a justice, law, a health of the judgment on the right conscience and senses of what this is about, instituted to be at the right understanding of life preservation orders and what the word say. The normal understanding of health itself is moral. There is the moral. Orders at the reference of the common sense about what it means life and what it means us. The permission or being permissive toward this class of things is being a nonsense or simply advanced class over allowing whatever disasters, and you're not moral. You're a fraud. In the words of all, if you're a corrupted or a sociopath or a mason like this, we're screwed. And so understanding what the figuratively to talking about. So we know what we do and what we are and what we cannot do, and morals is exactly orders, the right respect, the right place, the right healing, the right health over senses of what this is about, and the right orders as much, not eulogy. We don't do eulogy land, we don't do eulogizing of what we do. We know what we build, and it's done, it's built enough, and we can do further. But we gotta fight it, and we gotta keep it and make it right. And that to be preserved. And for being preserved, gotta be healthy ambient over also healthy responsibles and healthy authorities and healthy society. Otherwise we're screwed. Everything goes to the drains. And it's exactly that. And everything counts. So, point for this is exactly they continuous and they are implacable and they are not going to stop because of they says gotta be them. And I will not comment, I will mistake, but them. And they will say what it's been done and not me. So the sickness of this reality is that also there's to saying that what I am saying here to be a very mismedicated condition, and like with everything else, as you raised a little bit the voice, you said a little further, you dared. We have the power, we're gonna say what it is, and how will this be? You cannot say a word, and you the liar too much, so we're gonna medicate you, and you're gonna understand that the condition is other. You get it. You're gonna be in prison and you're gonna stand that you're an offense because of we say what this is. You get it. If there is nothing to say about nothing, there wouldn't be prisons and there wouldn't be internations for psychiatric. And why cut to be told if there will nothing happen? What is the offense? The problem is find out the truth and the truth to be told and understanding what to proceed and how to proceed, like instead internated in jail and I don't know, did you exist any time? And disfigurating the reality of your life for not even a print for recognizable. Or worse, in pieces and around in acid or styling Argentina Kirchners. which is a truth. Or simply slaughter and feeding any disgusting, feral, abominable freak of tortured animal of them, or simply like river of the Rio de la Plata, Silver River. Buenos Aires saw a lot of ancients of Interpol and others in pieces that we took each of them, and it's not a lie. And so much farther. So referring for this at the clear fact of all, are we understanding what we are treating off and what do we treat like and what for? They never stopped and they were permanently doing this, but since the fever of Luciano Troviano are insufferably sick as them, the goddamn disgusting distress of abominations of all abominations, and no one is going to be different, except victims, except innocents. And there is exactly where we put orders and we say no. And that is once we preserve and we say no. And even though understanding what is to say no and being careful for the sick, tough shit, which they are, implacable and feral and dangerous, tricky shit. So, sorry for my terms. Is one moment to consider the reality as much this deservedly must be sensed. We to keep on and keeping on the right building, on the right walking and preserving, and even if tiredness or any as damages, we are too wounded. We're too tired. It is sick. We're sick is sick, and it's something that does and has what as a referring possibility to sustaining such a cut of distress, such a sickness, and even to deal with, and even to thinking on the probability for what it will be after. I'm gonna take a break, I'm gonna breathe, and I'm gonna remember what it's like me and what it's gonna be like. I will keep on living. So, not really this all disgusting degenerations we should ever, not only for strongest, or templated, or the best ever to consider our lives, but even though to understanding that is necessary. And we got to understand that we should. And we got to understanding that even though we really are. So, for the day, and about this moment, let's embrace senses. Common senses, life senses, morals senses, orders senses, health senses, reality senses, and human senses, and all as refers truth. Reality is all over. At least you should refuse it and try to disfigure it, to disguise it, to hide it. It's gonna show all over, and even though it's gonna be there. But the thing is, we have to make an attack. And this is not permitted. There are a lot of pain, but no. Alright, taking the right moment, taking the right instant. Ask you all please, we cannot get in the way of doubt once the reality of the conscience is fragile. And if the wound is around, you are not going to have a breath. And you're going to be more than erratic, and you're going to expose on the danger and deathless slid out. And also what refers on risk. So the reference is we keep on working the way we do, we keep on sustaining everything the way we do, we keep on preserving, we keep on working, we keep on building, and we keep on healing, and we keep on restoring, and we keep on. We move toward future. And we do not eulogize. We are on the zero. We walk on ground, and ground is great. All over we build. And so we continue. And I'm going to send you now a lot of material and evidences for more that it's going to be needed. And we've agreed that criminology will ever have a little bit explanation for wording materials. And you want, if I could, giving you some materials farthest than the whole we've developed, like criminology in masonry specialized for the whole of the last school of these abominables, to trying to introduce all over and to making damages to everybody and genocides like uses to over changelings and all of the sickness over blackmails and extortions and you move and I kill them, you do what I didn't allow you to do or you declare that you are and I'm gonna kill them all and I'm gonna destroy you and you're gonna pay for it and you're gonna suffer the consequence and that is son of a sorry the word, you know the rest. Is exactly no more. And it's exactly we got to do the right job. So ask you please as strongest as possible, whatever is useful for I to help you through understanding who I am and understanding what we do, we are gonna make the job anyway. This is just to continuing and there is a lot of more for best. And so from best, we forward and that is what it's about us. Ready everybody? I love you all and I'm so sorry. And I love you preciouses, I love you Papa, I love you preciouses. Melech Gadalbas, Melech Shandoniero, Melech Moshe, Yelbacto da Silva, Sears, Sars, JHA'I, Melechim JHA'I, people, nations. I love you all, I love you all, I love you all so much, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for all. Let's make this to count for the right job. I'm sorry for it.